Hi, welcome back to the channel FIFA Mobile. I think my luck for this TOTW has returned. I managed to get the best player from these TOTW. But of course, first I'm going to open the pack with the lower OVR. Managed to get this 77 CAM and the 73 LV, which definitely helps me to enter into the gold TOTW, which requires 76 OVR members to fit into this SBC. Alright, so you're going to make note that you need 4 different nations and 4 different teams. Alright, so that's how you require to fulfill this SBC, and of course you need an overall team OVR of 76. So I'm going to fit him in these 2 players, and with that we have fulfilled 2 of the players, and of course we need to get better OVR players. Alright, now let's quickly go to hunt for these players that are within $15,000 and see whether do we get any of them here. Yes, is 70 OVR and above shouldn't be too expensive, but nonetheless, let me just quickly check out again. If I'm not wrong, we need a 76 squad, which means that we need to get about 76 or probably 77 OVR players. So imagine you have a 77 OVR players, you could get a 75 to average down to 76. So let's put it at 76 right now, and let's see. Yes, there are indeed some players that are relatively cheap, like 11,000 and below $15,000, but nonetheless I think it's not easy to grab them because everybody is rushing to the market to grab these cheap players. So let's up the budget by a little bit, and let's see. We work out to be about $30,000. Yes, there will be many of them within the budget of $30,000 because it indeed quite a high budget. I'm going to revise it downwards by slightly, probably 25,000. Alright, there you see, just a difference of 5,000. Yes, you could get some, and if you find some of them within 25, grab them, especially when their OVR is high. You can use them to compensate the lower OVR players. So do take note, nations, 4 different nations, 4 different teams. Okay, so these are some things you're going to take note of, and if you could get really below 25, quickly go and grab them. I think Wolf, David, all these are really relatively cheap players you can get with a slightly higher OVR, and definitely you should get some of the lower 75 or even 74 OVRs players to fit into the SBC, so you could make full use of the higher OVR players that you have bought, because as I mentioned, it's always true average down. You can see even I fit in a 73, we would have fulfilled this, but just because Justin is from England, that wouldn't fulfill the nation requirement. So you're going to find some one not from Canada, England, and another I think Germany, or then we're going to find someone else from the market. So let's quickly take a look at the teams as well. Try to memorize the teams they are in so that we try to avoid the 3 teams as well. Alright, so very quickly let's go back to the market and take a look whether we could find another player that is not from the same team, and of course not from the same nation. Okay, so Germany, England, Canada, these are the 3 countries, and I think Bolin will be great, but let's see whether we can manage to get him. Alright, great, so we got Bolin, and definitely he will fit in to the SBC. Let's see whether do we manage to get more players from the market right now. I think this 77 goalkeeper is looking good. Hopefully we can get him. That would be very great. Wow, see, beat got failed because I think many people are rushing into the market for this TOTW. Again, this is a disappointment. So we better grab some Wolf and David along the way, because we're going to make sure we have 3 sets of SBC, each giving us about 20 tokens, and with a balance of 40 tokens brought forward from the previous TOTW, that would give us a total of 100 tokens and give us 1 chance. So I'm only going for 1 chance. I'm not going for the higher OVR, I think 80 plus SBC, because that's totally not worth it. Normally I'll always go for the 76 OVR SBC, because you know that when you grab these players, they're about 20,000 or so. So if you grab 4 players, it's 80,000 per SBC. You multiply by 3, that would basically give you about 200 or $1,000. Of course, if you multiply by 5, let's say the previous 2 you brought forward, you also bought them from the market. But plus minus, because sometimes you do get these players from the free pack itself. Alright, of course I would have already fulfilled just now that SBC, but I'm just checking the market to make sure we can have even cheaper players at a lower OVR, so as to maximize the higher OVR players I bought just now. Back to the costing wise, as I mentioned, roughly just imagine it's 80,000 per SBC, and you multiply that by 5 sets, just roughly you're spending about $400,000 if you're assuming you are paying for all the 5 sets of SBC to achieve 100 tokens for one chance. As I said, this is a chance, it's just like a lottery. Playing this TOTW is like a lottery, because you may just get a very low 80 OVR players that's not really worth much, probably $100,000 or $200,000, and you're making a big loss, because as I mentioned, it takes you about 80,000 to create one set of SBC. To multiply, your cost will be roughly about 400,000 ish, or even slightly lower, so between 300,000 and 400,000, that will be your cost for 5 sets of 76 OVR players, because sometimes you do get free players along the way. So just got to bear in mind, let's say our cost is roughly, let's say $400,000, and then we got to break even if you get a player that is of higher OVR that can sell for $400,000. I mean, of course, from the thumbnail you will realize that I got the best player that we could get from this TOTW. Alright, so this is 20 tokens in total. We have now 60 tokens. We just needed to create 2 more of the SBC to get the remaining 40 TOTW tokens. That will allow us one chance, and you do know that the best player you can get is the 89 CB, which I got in this SBC, and of course the what do you call it, the TOTW premium pack. Really lucky, I must say. This is the best luck I ever had for quite some time. I've been playing TOTW for quite a number of times. Initial was really good, every time hitting the second best player we can get and make a profit, easily $500,000 and above. Then the luck got caught and gone missing for about, I think, 1 or 2 TOTW, and I lost money. So broke even in a way, earn some, you lose some. And if you want to buy those 80 OVR players, you've been losing big money. So never go for the 80 OVR players, always go for the 76, because they are relatively cheaper and you have the same probability of getting a good player. Okay, it's just that you may not succeed in one round of SBC, because one round of SBC is capped at 3 times, basically give you 60 tokens. So for example, for now we have spent 100 tokens. We would have to restart by 2 cycles of TOTW, because next cycle I will only be able to save 60 tokens, and I need another cycle for remaining 40 tokens to hit 100 tokens. Okay, so that's how long you need to take. Normally 2 cycles of 76 OVR SBCs to achieve 100 tokens, and then you give it a try. I think no harm trying. In generally, just it again, 5 sets, it costs you about $300,000 to $400,000. It's taken like a lucky draw. Yes, of course you do need some funding, but it's a good chance. If you get a good player, you may make millions of dollars. Later I'm going to share you how many million I made from here, but more importantly, now let's quickly finish the SBC. Here we have something missing, is I think the nation-wise is Germany, so we're going to fit in someone that is from the same nation, but of course we are hit by the problem of a total OVR of 76 missing. So we're going to fit this player in just nice. We even fit in a 69 that will fulfill, because you're compensated by 279. So that's what I mean by compensating the high OVR players, not that put them in waste, by putting really cheap and low OVR players. So that's how you work that out. So generally we just need one good luck pack to be able to make a profit, and here we are. We have the best player in the market available for this TOTW. Take a look at this amazing stats and attributes. It's really wonderful. I mean, if you do not have a good CB, he will make a really good CB. But more importantly, because I'm selling him, I need to check out his price. It's really happy and music to my ears. He's worth about $2 million. So I'm really lucky to get this guy here. As I said, I invested roughly assuming 300 or even a maximum $400,000, and we can sell him for $2 million. I think we easily pack $1 million plus profit after tax. I'm really happy we managed to get him. Alright, good luck to your TOTW. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.